Isn't it interesting that in 2023, okay, our generation is the most infected with social anxiety that there's ever been. You think back to the 1980s or whatever the fuck, right? We're walking around thinking, oh, I've got to take pills because I'm socially anxious. This shit just didn't happen. Nobody was sat there on the phones at concerts. They were just in the moment enjoying themselves. So why is it that our generation now, and you probably already know the answer, probably just pricked into your head straight away, is the most socially anxious of any generation? And what do we do about it? How can we actually get rid of that social anxiety and become the people that we want to be? How can we walk out into the world with complete, utter, unshakable confidence in ourselves? How do we do that? First of all, we've got to establish the why. And what even is anxiety? What is it? What's it caused by? Okay, anxiety is the fear of the unknown. So it's basically fear. It's an emotion. And emotions can be controlled, they can be harnessed, they can be used against you or for you. Okay, it's completely up to you. Now, I'm not going to be really diving deep too much on emotions in this video, but it's important to understand what an emotion actually is, right? So anxiety, the fear of the unknown. Why are you anxious about being in a social setting? Why does that induce anxiety within your body? It's because you're not used to it. It's very, very simple. This video is going to be rapid, bro. It's going to be quick. The reason you are socially anxious is because you are not used to being social. The only sort of social connection that you have on a day-to-day basis is through a screen, is virtually. Okay, and the prefrontal cortex, the smart part of your brain, so not the caveman brain, the amygdala is the caveman part of your brain. It's the brain that just responds to stimulus in the present, but it doesn't really have a logical thinking process. It just responds fear, fight or fight, you know, it's that kind of thing, adrenaline. So the prefrontal cortex is the smart part of your brain. Now, this part of your brain understands that, okay, we are socially connecting, but we're doing it synthetically. It's fake. It's not real. There's nobody here. We're sat on a screen looking at pixels. So that when you go out into the real world and you want to socially connect, you want to go and speak to that beautiful girl over there in the gym, you want to go and make friends in the gym, you want to go and have people to go on night outs with or go and, you know, hang out with, you feel anxious. You literally cannot bring yourself to do it. You get frozen with fear when it comes to just speaking to another human being. Isn't that so weird? We're social creatures, yet we are the most unsocial generation there's ever been. And it's because everything's given to us on a plate. Everything's being made so convenient and so easy for us through our devices. This is why I don't have any social media at all. I don't use social media, okay? Because I don't want to be a part of that sheep mentality of, oh, well, it's easier to socially connect through Instagram. Because then I'm just going to be a fucking freak in real life, aren't I? I don't want to be a weirdo. And I understand the difference. I've seen the difference in myself when I use social media and when I don't use it. I love the person that I am when I don't have any social media on my phone. If I want to meet friends, if I want to talk to girls, if I want to meet women, if I feel horny, I want to go and have a shag, guess what? I've got to do it through the real world. So then, naturally, if I don't have a social media app to fall back on, naturally I've got to learn through failure, through trial and tribulation, through fucking embarrassment, through awkward silences, through not knowing what I'm doing. I've got to learn the hard way through real life how to be a social individual, how to make friends. What am I doing wrong there? Why did that girl not like me? What is, you know, what's unattractive about me? Okay, maybe my clothes, let me sort them out. Maybe my facial hair is a bit scruffy, let me sort it out. So naturally, when you remove these crutches and you force yourself to go out into the real world and challenge that anxiety, because anxiety is only there because you don't know the outcome. You're not used to it. You're not exposed to it. So the only way to combat that anxiety is to expose yourself to what you're scared of. Yeah, the only reason you fear it is because you don't understand it, because you're not used to it, because you sit inside on your fucking phone all day. So get off social media, delete it, because even if you say, oh, I'm going to use it mindfully, I'm going to use it in moderation, you know deep down in your subconscious mind that it doesn't matter if I don't go and talk to the girl over there in the gym in real life, because I can just go on Instagram later. So you've got to delete it. You've got to completely eliminate that crutch from your life. Because then when you start getting desperate and you start getting lonely and you start getting horny and you're, oh, okay, I've got to release, I've got to go and find some friends, I've got to go and hang out with people, I need social connection, because you need it, right? You actually need social connection. It's fundamental. And you need sex. It's fundamental. So you need these two things. You need friends. You need to be around people. And you need sex. So you need women in your life. So if you don't have Tinder or social media or porn to synthesize these things to trick your caveman brain to think that you're getting these things. If you don't have those crutches to rely on, then naturally you're going to be forced into the real world. You have to learn how to level up your social skills, your confidence, how to be socially acceptable, how to use your hands in conversations, how to not be awkward and stiff and shy, how to be attractive to women, sorting your dress sense out, sorting your hygiene out, sorting your speech out, the way that you talk. You're not stuttering anymore. You learn these things through real world action, through real world exposure. And then subsequently it also gets rid of your anxiety as well, because you're used to it now. It's not alien to you. So the reason why 99% everyone that I meet, I'm shy, I've got social, I can almost predict what they're going to say. Well, I can't talk to the girl because I've got social anxiety. It's like I know exactly what they're going to say, not only because I've been there myself, but because everyone's like that nowadays. Everyone has social anxiety, you included, and it's fucking embarrassing, isn't it? It literally is embarrassing if you think about it. Why can we not look at another human being in their eyes and say, hello? Obviously not hello, it's a bit creepy. Oh yeah, my name's Luke, nice to meet you. Or good morning. Why is that so awkward for us? We're social creatures, we are meant to be social. It's awkward because we've been conditioned, especially my generation, we've been conditioned we've grown up with social media, we've grown up with the virtual world. So we've not had to have that exposure in the real world. So naturally we go out and meet people and we're just fucking freaks, we're awkward, we're just weirdos. Literally, like, scary, weird. I feel scared being around some guys because it's like, fucking hell, they're so socially unconditioned that I don't even know they're unpredictable. I don't even know what they're going to come out with. No wonder women don't want to be around you, right? So we've got to remove social media, remove porn, remove these crutches that we fall back onto, and only leave ourselves with one option, which is exactly what I did. And I promise you now, it skyrocketed my confidence, skyrocketed my social skills. I made more friends than I ever made more money than I ever made, got more women than I've ever got in my entire life. And naturally, I can then come and present those lessons to you. So it all falls into place very, very nicely. But you have to remove the crutches. They can't be there at all. Because then it leaves yourself with one option, which is the real world. And if you go into the real world, you get rid of the anxiety because you start exposing yourself to something you're not used to. And you start to realize, it's not even that bad. And you start to understand it. When you understand it, it stops being scary. Therefore, your social anxiety goes away and you actually become confident because you've challenged something that you didn't think you were capable of. That's where confidence comes from. And now you realize, I am actually quite good at this. I am actually quite good at making friends, meeting girls, talking, being confident, having attention on me. Then you gain confidence. That's how it all ties into place. But it only happens if you leave yourself with one option, which is the real world. You've got to just go outside your fucking house for once in your life. You got these incel guys sat behind the computer screens with the long fingernails and fucking dusty hygiene. You can smell them through the screen, and they're hating on women. Because, women don't want to be around me. I wouldn't want to be around you. You're fucking scary. Look at the state of you. This whole internet virtual world that we've grown up with in my generation is killing your social skills, it's killing your confidence, it's killing your fulfillment in life. Because you sat behind a screen fucking 16 hours a day. Get off of your phone. Put it away, turn your notifications off, delete social media, and just enjoy the real world. The real world is so fucking beautiful, I promise you now. Being out here in nature with the sunshine on my skin, talking to real people, is so much more fulfilling than sitting behind a screen and getting that synthetic fulfillment. So please just get off your fucking phone and your social anxiety will go away forever. It really is that simple. Leave yourself with one option. Before you know it, you'll start to get desperate. I'm fucking lonely. I need social connection. I need sex. It's been a while. I don't touch myself. I don't masturbate. So okay, what's the only option that I've left myself with? I don't have Tinder. I don't have social media, so I can't synthesize that need that I want. Okay, I've got to go out into the real world and get it. I've got to learn how to become an attractive man so I can get my sex. I've got to learn how to become a socially acceptable individual so I can make friends and be socially connected. Okay, cool, boom, get out there and do it. Why the fuck are you socially anxious? It's just embarrassing. You're a social creature. Get out there and make it happen. If you want to learn how to do this in-depthly or on a more personal level, the coaching is down below in the description. Or, for example, if there's anything that you are struggling with that stops you from doing this, well, I'm really, really anxious, Luke. I can't even leave my house because I'm so anxious. All I do is watch porn all day. If there's something that you are struggling with that is taking the excitement and taking your personal growth away from you, come and talk to me because I've been there and done it. The coaching is down below. I can literally change the mindset that you see the world with overnight. You'll become a new man. That porn addiction that you've got, the stutter that you've got, the awkwardness that you feel in social situations, I can change the way that you see these things and flip your mindset from negative to positive overnight. 60 minutes of your time with me, out of my time as well, will change that mindset, and you'll overcome the problem you've been struggling with for so fucking long now. So come and learn from someone that's been there and done it, okay? Stay safe, look after yourself, and I'll see you soon. Boom.